Well, hello TikTok. We are back at it again. This time we are going to rebuild a 90 volt Eveready 495. This one arrived already bursting at the seams because the original zinc carbon pile of batteries has swollen, and my hope is that we can get this thing out of the pack without too much trouble. So let's start with that. Even though she was bursting at the seams, she slid that right out. Now I know from experience, see these red mini max cells? These are much newer. This would be from the 60s, 70s, in that era. These are not from the 50s, not from the 40s. These are a little bit newer. How much newer, I can't tell you exactly, but a bit newer. You can see just where the carbon pile began to expand. You can see that. This whole entire thing, with the exception of maybe this piece of cardboard, is complete trash. So we're gonna salvage the connector and throw the rest out. This is not the happiest connector in the world I've seen. It's missing one of the clips. It's a bit corroded. I don't have anything to replace it with. So unfortunately, that's what we're gonna go with. And it should still make perfect contact with the radio well enough to work. Are you starting to get the picture here? 10 of these will actually fit in here with no issue. Although I don't like to complicate things, it's important to test every battery before doing this. I buy these in bulk very inexpensively. They come out to be just like under 50 cents a battery, real cheap. The thing is that when you buy them in bulk like this, they're not the greatest quality, and some of them are DOA, dead on arrival. If you happen to have a dead one in the middle of a pack you spent hours soldering, you're not going to be a happy camper. So you test them all first. I like to use our vintage battery tester. I have a multimeter. I've got several different types of battery testers, but I prefer to use a vintage battery tester to test my Eveready battery. It just adds to the overall, nostalgic feeling of working on these things. Tools that are necessary. You want to use flux. Flux allows the solder to flow faster and easier. You want to make a quick connection. If you heat these up too much, you can damage a good battery. When I usually do a pack like this, I'm probably gonna, not to jinx myself, but I'm probably gonna damage at least one of them from overheating, and I would just replace it. I have several more here ready to go. Maybe we'll get lucky this time, who knows. Using masking tape, we loosely tape these together. Notice the orientation: negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. It's important to line them up that way. If you notice, I left a cellophane wrap on these batteries, all of them. The reason for that is if they leak in the future, they may do less damage to the box. The box to me is more valuable than anything else. I can rebuild that box at some point in time. My first battery is good, and I'm going to check my second battery. If it's good, I can make the first connections. I spared you the boredom, but actually went down the line and tested every single one of them. They are all good so far, until I destroy one. But let's hope that doesn't happen. But if it does, we cut the tape, we install another one. It's happened to me just about every time I've done this. I've destroyed at least one. Well, let's see if this is the time I can get away without doing that. I've saved a lot of thin scrap wire. Comes in very handy for this. Okay, so we've made our first connection, and I'm testing it with the meter on the 22.5 volt scale. There is no 18 volt scale, but as you can see, it's showing good. The new fresh 9 volts about 9.5, so that would be about 19 volts. 19 volts is close enough to read good on the scale there of 22.5. So we know that so far our connections are good. We did not damage any batteries in the soldering job that we did, and we're ready to move on to the next. Okay, moving right along. We now have 3 connected. And as you can see, we are now on our 30 volt scale showing good. 3 times 9, 27, but they're about 9.5, so 27, 28 and a half. And you can see that we've actually moved up a little bit in the good scale. But there we go. Okay, we now have 4 connected. We are now on the 45 volt scale. We are showing good. So far we have not damaged the battery. I have 5 connected. We're on the 50-volt scale. Showing weak, that's okay. I'm sorry, we're on the 67 5-volt scale, not 50-volt scale. 67.5, we're showing weak. If we went to 45, we'd be off the scale. See, we're off the scale, we're past it. But it just shows us that we're working. So with 67 5-volt scale, shows weak, but definitely you can see the multiplication of voltage is happening. Okay, we now have 7 connected, and now we are now once again showing good on the 67 5-volt scale. Incidentally, when I rebuild a 67.5 volt one of these packs, and I use 9 volts to do it, one of the rectangular packs, the large pack, the one that I featured yesterday on that video, that's how many 9 volts go in there, 7. So it's a little shy on the voltage, but it's enough to run these radios. These radios are run down from 67 all the way down to 40 and still play. So, okay, we're doing pretty good. We're on the 75-volt scale now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sorry, I said there was 7 on the last round. There's not 7 on the last round. There's 7 now. 7 shows good on the 67 volt scale still. And we've got 7 of them together, and even on 75 volt, it's good. But all right, we've got 3 more to go. Okay, we're now on the 80-volt scale. Got 8 batteries together, and we are looking good. Okay, this is getting exciting. We're showing good on the 90-volt scale, and we still have 1 battery to go. By the way, I heated this one up excessively, and I thought that was going to be the one I killed, but nope, no death. So we're almost there. Okay, so now we have all 10 in series, showing good on the 90-volt scale. Now here's something interesting. What I'm holding here is commonly known as a C battery, right? It says size C right on it. We call this a C battery. What if I told you that that wasn't a battery at all? This, however, this is a battery. So allow me to explain. This, what I'm holding here, is made up of 6 individual 1.5 volt cells. When you connect more than one cell together, you get a battery. This is a C cell. It is not a C battery. When you hook more than one of these together, it would become a battery. So the interesting thing is that we made a battery from batteries. We made a battery from batteries. There are individual cells in each of these, and those cells make up a battery individually and a battery of batteries. That may sound a bit pedantic, but it is facts. Okay, we've now soldered some leads on so that we can connect to our snap top. We're going to insulate that too. Okay, now this completes our tutorial on an Eveready 49590. I'm going to show you that it does indeed work now. I know it's good because I leaned up against it and it hurt pretty bad. There you have it. A working, viable battery pack, ready to be installed and used in a vintage tube radio, using modern cells, we've restored this thing to fully functional condition. It does not expand the box at all. It fits perfectly in there, and it's ready to use. So another Eveready battery tutorial. So I hope this tutorial helps somebody who's into vintage radios, who would like to know how to rebuild and restore, reuse these type batteries. There you have it. A restored battery, Eveready 495.